Hello, welcome to Talking Rubbish Recycle Content, where we recycle the most useful bits of the weekly podcast. Join us as we discuss the process of recycling our waste. Are certain items rubbish or not? And we get to answer weekly listener questions. I'm James Piper, author of The Rubbish Book, and I'm joined by Robbie Staniforth, my far from rubbish friend. The question is it better when our clothes start to fade to dye them or to buy new?
This is right up my alley because it's something that I've done numerous times. Those who watch our clips on social will probably have noticed I wear a lot of black. And I've had the pair of trousers that I'm wearing at the moment has been re-dyed once. And I've got 2 or 3 other pairs of very similar black trousers that have gone through 2 or 3 processes of being re-dyed. So I didn't do any research about this, but my own personal habits, because it's quite easy to re-dye something black, to be frank. This is something that I do for lots of my clothes.
Do all your clothes start off brighter? Did you have a phase in your 20s where you were
Yes.
really bright clothes, and then you've got to a point where it's everything just has to get dyed black?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. And I don't know if you use this product, but the product that I found and looked at because they had the most interesting research was Dylon. Is this what you use?
Yep, that's the exact one I use. They've got a few different types, so you can do it either in your basin, your sink at home, or you can use the one that goes into the washing machine. So I use their washing machine version, and you have to be really careful to make sure you wash out your washing machine afterwards. Otherwise, everything goes black.
Great. Well, let's talk about this. So their slogan is re-dye, don't rebuy. Gotta love that. That's nice. And to get the dye to work, you have to wash your clothes 3 times, as you will know, Robbie. So you have to wash the clothes first of all. You have to apply the dye, and then you do a final wash to remove the residual pigment. Now, I guess the observation here is that means for 2 of those cycles, you're only washing the clothes that need dyeing. Obviously, in the first cycle where you're just washing your clothes, you can do that with other clothes. But that's going to have a higher carbon footprint because if you're just washing your jeans, Robbie, you're running 2 cycles just with your jeans. And to do 3 cycles in your washing machine consumes roughly 60 litres of water. But if we compare that to the production of a single pair of new jeans, creating a pair of new jeans uses about 8,000 litres of water.
Oh my gosh.
So that's for the production of the cotton and the irrigation of the fields and all the things involved in it. You are comparing 8,000 litres when you buy a new pair of jeans to 60 litres running through 3 wash cycles.
That's pretty compelling.
Yeah, and obviously the carbon will change depending on your power source. So I'm entirely renewable in my house. Are you on a renewable tariff, Robbie?
Yeah, the same bit.
So, there'll be we'll have a lower carbon than perhaps the reporting because the reports look at averages across the UK. So they commissioned a report called Fast Fashion versus Fabric Dyes, which was a really, really interesting read, actually. I'll put it in our link tree. So if we take some of these types, here's the difference. So to produce black jeans or trousers, it's approximately 14.5 to 21 kilos of CO2 equivalent to produce those, 14.5 to 21. Re-dyeing is 1.6 to 2.5. So it is 6 to 13 times better, depending on your power, depending on how much water you use, the heat, all those kind of things, to dye compared to buy. Every single category they looked at, so black jeans, navy t-shirt, black t-shirt, cotton duvet cover, cotton bath sheet, everything showed that it was better to dye than to buy.
Wow, that's really compelling stuff and heartening that I have been doing the right thing, because quite often the jeans I'm wearing or trousers, they're not worn out. They just look sort of tired and the colour does go out of them and they sort of go kind of a greyish colour. And once they get re-dyed, they literally do look absolutely brand new. It looks like a brand new pair of trousers.
And it's more popular than I realised. So this Dylon dye, which is owned by Henkel, they sold 3 million units of dye in the UK. Yeah, and in their sales, actually, so this is Henkel own the brand Dylon, and they said that reviving jeans was the most common reason for people buying their product, with 44% of 20 to 44-year-olds using the product to renew the colour in their jeans. If just 10% of the 26 million adults, that's 20 to 50-year-olds, decided to re-dye an existing pair of jeans, so just 10% of us re-dyed an existing pair of jeans, just one pair, the saving in CO2 would be 49,000 tonnes, which is the equivalent of nearly 16,000 round-trip flights from London to Hong Kong.
Okay, folks, so get dyeing. That's shocking. I can't believe the impact that it can have.
Yeah, I guess the one thing I couldn't quite work out was the environmental impact of running dye through your washing machine. So dyes are usually synthetic and not fully biodegradable. Wastewater treatment plants will remove quite a lot of the dye, but not all of it. So some of it might reach the watercourse. But the quantities from household dyeing are low. They're definitely not ideal for aquatic ecosystems. And I guess the logic I came to is, obviously when our jeans and products are manufactured, they're getting dyed, and wherever they're made may also have this issue with the dye running into the watercourse and potentially causing issues. So I think it's better to dye at home and get it into our water treatment facilities, where I hope they can deal with most of it. But if there's anyone listening from the water industry, as there inevitably will be, and you have a different view, please let us know, because we will add it to our additions and corrections. In terms of what we can do at home to reduce the environmental impact of dyeing, make sure you use the washing machine's full rinse cycle to ensure the dye is diluted as much as possible. That's definitely going to help as it runs off. So yeah, and avoid dyeing very small loads. Store up a load of clothes that you want to turn black in Robbie's example. Just to keep your life simple, and do a whole load. And again, there's lots of information on their website about how you can do that. And that would mean that you're running fewer washes to dye your clothes. Thank you so much for listening to Talking Rubbish Recycled Content. Remember to subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts, leave us a review, and follow us on social media, where we are at Rubbish Podcast. These clips come from the weekly show, which you can find by just searching for Talking Rubbish. Special thanks to our sponsor, EcoSurety, and all of you for taking the time to support us in our mission to help everyone to recycle better. There is nothing left for me to say other than see you next bin day. Bye.
Bye.